Hello, happy Monday. This is Tiffany from Butterfly Visions Project and our new youth program, I2E. I2E stands for Inspire to Empower, and our youth program was started with the goal to not only raise awareness of causes in the community among adults with Butterfly Visions Project, but also amongst our kids. We want to teach our kids about different issues in the community that affect them, their community, their families, and encourage them to learn about these things, go back and talk to their friends about it, their peers, and to their neighbors about these causes in the community. So not only are they going to learn about domestic violence and sexual assault, which is what Butterfly Visions Project focuses on, but they're also going to look at different causes in the community that they are passionate about. They're going to learn about these causes. They're going to have the opportunity to go out in the community and help others and plan events centered around these causes. So we're really excited about this because it's very important that children are aware of what's going on in their community, especially when it's potentially harmful to them. Okay, and one of those initiatives or efforts we're going to talk about in just a second. The other thing or the other goal for our youth program is our leadership program through our youth ambassadors. And with our youth ambassadors, we are going to be teaching them important leadership skills such as public speaking, learning about nonprofits and how they work, also being mentors to other youths, and also focusing on their educational and career goals. And by doing that, we talk to them about resumes and also networking with other professionals that are in the field that they are interested in. So we are really, really excited about our youth program. We're really doing really great things in the community and with the kids. Three of those things are: one and two, we have partnered with Safe Alliance and Thompson Child and Family Focus to connect with their kids and talk to them about awareness causes such as bullying, teen dating violence, and other causes that are covered on the awareness calendar. We have compiled a list of workshops that we are going to be offering to the community and organizations, private and nonprofits. So partnering with Safe Alliance and Thompson Child and Family Focus is a big deal for us. We are very blessed to be able to connect with their youth, but also to take advantage of the services that they have as well when we are connecting with youth in the community that need additional resources themselves. So we are very excited about that. We had the opportunity to visit the relatives yesterday and to meet some pretty amazing kids there at their crisis shelter and the staff there. And we jumped off Teen Dating Violence Prevention Week. So the Teen Dating Violence Prevention Week was started to reduce violence among our kids, to reduce the violence among youth. And one of the focus one of the violence prevention efforts is for school shootings. So in 2018, this is a map of school shootings that have taken place so far in 2018. If you look at that, it's a lot, and it's only March. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 so far. You probably heard about the one that happened in Parkland, Florida on Valentine's Day. On Valentine's Day, that's like Lover's Day. A 19-year-old man went into Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida with a rifle, and he killed 17 students and adults. The reports say that the suspect, Nicholas Cruz, was once expelled from the high school over disciplinary problems. So this was a 19-year-old man that went into a school and he killed 17 students and adults. Also, we're very familiar with the Sandy Hook tragedy that took place a couple of years ago. The person that was responsible for those murders was, I don't know. I just lost my notes, guys. So the person responsible for the Sandy Hook tragedy was a young man by the name of Adam Lanza. He was, I believe, 20 years old, and he did have a history of depression, anxiety, and compulsive obsessive, I can never say that word right, obsessive compulsive disorder. So he had a history of mental illness. I'm not very sure if it was addressed or not, but he did have a history of mental illness. 20 years old, he went into Sandy Hook. He killed 20 children and 6 adults. So school shootings are unfortunately becoming the norm. That's very unfortunate because a few years ago, when we heard about a school shooting, we were shocked. But now, when we hear about a school shooting, we say, oh no, another one? And that's not the way it should be. Our kids should be able to leave home, go to school, and be safe from people like Adam Lanza and Nicholas Cruz, who have gone into the schools and they have killed our children and their teachers. It's very scary. It's very scary. So these are some things that are being addressed during National Teen Violence Prevention Week. I just wanted to share with you some of the warning signs or signals of a person, adult or youth, that could be potentially violent. Some of those warning signs are being over-aggressive and lacking self-control, chronic social isolation. Sorry guys, I'm getting tongue-tied. Threatening behavior, mental illness and or behavior shifts, and antisocial behavior. And I want to add that if a person has a strong fascination or obsession with firearms, this can also be a warning sign as well. Also, if they are studying firearms and mass shootings, this could mean that a person is planning on being violent. Also, people or youths that are perpetrators of self-harm or violence towards others may be victims of long-term bullying and may have real or perceived feelings of being picked on or persecuted by others. These extreme feelings could cause them to want to lash out and be violent or to seek retribution. So one of the kids, it said from Parkland, Florida, Nicholas Cruz, it said that he had been expelled from the high school. We don't know if this was the reason why he went back to this particular school, but it could be. We don't know. The only person that can answer that. But some of these warning signs we really need to take heed to. Again, the warning signs are being over-aggressive, lacking self-control, chronic social isolation, threatening behavior, mental illness, and antisocial behavior. These are some signs that we want to be very aware of, especially in these days and times, and we want to know of these signs so that we can protect our children. When we observe these multiple warning signs or signals, or even one definitive or serious threat, please take it seriously and act immediately. I was very concerned the other day when I asked some students that I was talking to what would they do if a person or someone that they knew came into the school with a gun. And they said they would run, they would tell a friend or something like that. But one of their concerns, and what their main concern was, is that they didn't want to be called a snitch. That bothered me. You don't want to be a snitch? Well, my response to them was, being a snitch should be the least of your worries when you could potentially save lives, including your own. So we need to get that out of our kids' heads about being a snitch. It's one thing to keep tattletelling on someone or to keep telling on someone about something minor, like maybe, I don't know, writing on the bathroom wall or something like that. Okay, you don't want to be a snitch about it. It's not right not to tell, but they're not really hurting anyone. But if someone has a gun and you know about it and you don't do anything, you're just as guilty as them. So the last thing that our kids should be worried about is being a snitch. And this was more than one person in this group that said that. Oh, we don't want to be a snitch. We don't tell on our friends. No, we're not going to be the ones that's called a snitch. Well, what if that person that had the gun goes and kills your best friend, kills your favorite teacher, kills all the students in your classroom, and you knew about it, you're just as guilty. And that's not something that we want on our conscience or our heart. So when it comes to snitching, saving lives is more important. So we need to talk to our kids about what they would do if they saw someone with a gun that might be a friend or an associate, or just period. What would they do if they saw someone with a gun, or there was a threat that a person was violent and they were going to do something to harm themselves or other? What would our kids do? We need to talk to them about that, and we need to let them know the right things to do, and that the last thing that they need to be concerned about is being a snitch. The other thing I wanted to talk about, or the other topic that I think is very important to talk about, is suicide. Last year in Mecklenburg County alone, 11 kids committed suicide. That's 11 kids too many. We don't want to lose any children to suicide, especially when there are usually signs before a person takes their own life. So some of the signs of a person that might be suicidal is pretty blatantly, they said they want to die. We all need to take that seriously. When a person says, I want to die, they might be upset. They might even be looking for attention. They might not be serious. But if a person says, I want to die, I don't want to be here anymore, I want to kill myself, take it seriously. Let someone know. Talk to them. Be supportive. Let them know what their resources are. Give them reasons to live. Develop a safety plan. If you really feel that someone is in danger of hurting themselves, develop a safety plan. Let them know who they can contact when they're feeling down. Let them know that there is help available for them. If there's an immediate need where you feel that they really are serious, then you need to let their parents know. And if this is an adult, let someone know. Refer them to resources. Ask them to seek counseling. If you have to, call the police if you feel that their life is in danger. Never, ever, ever minimize when someone says they want to die. They don't want to be here. They're going to kill themselves. Never, ever, ever ignore it. And never respond negatively. A lot of people say that when a person says they want to kill themselves, they say they're being selfish. I feel very strongly about that. And a lot of people feel strongly about that. I don't feel that suicide is a selfish act, but a lot of people do. And you are entitled to your feelings. But the same issue applies. They are to the point that they want to take their own life. So regardless of your personal feelings and how you feel about it, you should not respond to them in a negative way by telling them to get over it, or you're going to be okay, or you're being selfish. Why would you want to do that? When you give negative responses to a person who is already in a negative mental state, that is already thinking about taking a negative action to hurt themselves, possibly killing themselves, then you are doing them an injustice. And you could possibly be the reason why they go over the edge and they actually try to kill themselves. Okay? Please take it seriously. When someone says they don't want to be here and they want to die and they're going to kill themselves, please take it seriously. Get them help. Be there for them. Be positive. Give them reasons to live. Positive affirmations. Help them seek counseling. Get them in a support group. Tell their parents. Tell people that are close to them. Get a fortress of people together to rally for them, to let them know that they love them and that they're there for them and that they do not have to kill themselves, that they can get help and that they can move forward and have a positive life. So I think that it's really important to include suicide in the Teen Violence Prevention Week, not because it's violent to others, but because it's violent to themselves. And it's a problem that is growing. Last year, again, as I stated earlier, 11 kids killed themselves or committed suicide in Mecklenburg County, and that number had increased the year before and then the year before that. 11 kids. Before that, it was 7 kids. And before that, I believe it was 6 kids. I will have to double check that. But it was 11 kids. 11 kids too many. 6 kids too many. 4 kids too many. This is not just for kids. This is not just for our babies. This is for adults as well. If they are showing signs, isolation, depression, anxiety, withdrawal, hopelessness, and they're saying, I want to die, I want to kill myself, please take it seriously. Get them help. Positive reinforcement, positive support, positive words, positive action. Get them help. So that is Teen Violence Prevention Week. It is going on all this week. You can go on to the website to see everything that is planned for this week. Daily, every day, there are certain action points that are scheduled that the organization or the action has put out there that they want you to share with kids this week about teen violence. So please be proactive to help reduce violence in our communities amongst our children. And also, please, if you have someone who is contemplating suicide, get them help. Take it seriously. It's important. It might not be violent to others, but it's violent to themselves, emotionally and mentally. And ultimately, it could be their life. And we love our babies. We love the people in our lives, and we don't want to lose anybody to suicide, especially when we could have helped them. So that's it for Teen Violence Prevention Week. For right now, I will be following up later in the week to talk about it and a little bit further. And also, I encourage you to talk to your kids about it. Look it up, research it together. Talk about the action points. Maybe make a daily family discussion about teen violence. It's really important to talk to our kids. We're going to be returning to Heal Charlotte this Wednesday. I'm really excited about that. We are going to be hosting our Friends Don't Bully Friends workshop, and it's our anti-bullying workshop. But we have added the piece about respect and accountability. So our workshop that we will be hosting this week with Heal Charlotte the next couple of weeks is going to be Friends Don't Bully Friends. You can find a list of our workshops on our Facebook page at BVPI2E. That's our youth page. So please like our page and go to the services to see our workshops. I do need to update it. So if you see a workshop there that you are interested in, then you can contact us on our Facebook page, or if you would like to see a full list of our workshops, you can email me at butterflyvisionsproject@gmail.com for adults and bvpi2eyouth@gmail.com for kids. We have a lot of different workshops that are all about different awareness causes. And for the adult workshops, we have some pretty interesting workshops as well. One of them that I feel that was really important is maintaining healthy relationships as a survivor. I am married to my husband, Cedric, and I had to let him know that I am a survivor of domestic violence and sexual assault. I had to let him know that there are still some things that affect me, and that I needed his understanding and I needed his support. And it's very important that survivors of any kind of trauma, but especially domestic violence and sexual assault, that their support systems are in place to support them, but that our romantic partners are also supportive as well. So, one of the workshops that we do offer is maintaining healthy relationships as a survivor or after trauma, and that is for couples that are in relationships. We also have domestic violence and sexual assault awareness workshops for both adults and children. We also have the Friends Don't Bully Friends for kids and Protect Your Kids from Bullies for adults. So, we have, again, a list of workshops that we have put together that we can come out to your organization and talk to your kids and your staff, employees, or organizations about, your clients as well, members of your churches. We can come out. We can talk to you about a variety of different things. So again, for a complete list of our workshops, you can email me at butterflyvisionsproject@gmail.com. For adults and for kids, BVP I2EYouth@gmail.com. You can also find our workshops on BVP I2E Facebook page, and we will be posting our workshops throughout the month to let you know what's going on. Lastly, I want to tell you about our upcoming events. We are having a cupcakes and paint party this Sunday at The Last Word. You do have to register for the event, but it is the equivalent, small size, for the sip and paint parties that us adults like to go to. Well, painting is not just for adults, it's also for kids too. So bring your kids out. Our instructor, Christopher Clark of Art from the Heart, is going to be teaching our kids about painting, and they get to take their own unique painting home with them. That is this Sunday on the 25th at The Last Word. You do have to register so that we can prepare and have enough materials for you. You have to register at bvpcupcakesandpaint.eventbrite.com. Again, bvpcupcakesandpaint.eventbrite.com. You do have to register your kids for this event. It is a unisex event. It's for girls and boys, and we are going to be serving some delicious cupcakes, some punch, and give them a lot of sugar so they can learn how to paint and be able to take home their own unique painting. Painting is not only fun, it is also therapy. So thank you for listening. I hope you guys have a great week. Please talk to your kids about violence in their communities and in their schools and how to protect themselves. Also talk to the administrators at your school about what their plan is when certain things happen. Not just tornadoes, not just fire drills, but what would they do if there was someone that walked in their school with a gun? What is their plan? Have they talked to the kids about it? Have they talked to the teachers about it? So thank you again for listening. Thank you for supporting us at Butterfly Visions Project and I2E. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.